Okay, Shirley, what did you do now? Well, you got a mess there. Had a drop cloth. There's wood shavings. What in the world? And a glue gun. What the heck have you been doing? I know it's messy in here. I've got a lot to do today. See how the toilet paper roll thingy is right here next to the toilet? It is so oddly positioned that you got to twist your body and reach over and practically put your shoulder out of joint to get the toilet paper. Well, I made one. And I'll show you where it's going to go. Took some 1x4s or 1x3s, whatever they are, 1x2s I guess, what they are. I cut it and I whittled the little indentation for the toilet roll spring thingy. And this part was one of those over-the-door wreath holders I cut up and bent up my own self. And I attached it, and then I put a piece of that, what I used for a drop cloth was a cheapo vinyl flannel-backed tablecloth, cut strips and just glued them on so they won't scratch the door. This door. See how much further out it goes? If I'm sitting there, I don't have to bend backwards. I can pull the toilet paper roll out here and then close it here. I never have anyone over except a little guy. You know, if I have to run in here to go to the bathroom, he entertains himself with the cat. You know, he might mess with this, but I'll show you with the toilet paper on it. There it is. I've been thinking about this for months. There you are. See, instead of having to bend back a little bit, you don't have to bend backward so far. And there it is. My other idea, which would involve making drilling holes or attaching or something, some kind of a thing where the roll thing would be on a slide, like a drawer, and would slide out and then slide back. That way anyone coming into the bathroom, and maybe have some way of clicking it open or clicking it closed so that, I don't know, so that anyone coming to use the bathroom would not think anything weird. This does look weird, you know. It does look weird. Huh. My latest invention. My supervisor. Hi supervisor, how you doing? At least it's kind of sunny out there. It's a bit windy. I don't know if you can see that thing. Where is it? It's spinning in the background behind his leg there. Pretty windy out there. Ugh. Yesterday I watched Little Man all day, and oh, that kid's a character. Let's see if I can find something just to use an example. Sanding block. He has a little mirror, a baby mirror, you know, it's not breakable, like a camping mirror made out of, I don't know what, mylar or something. And I'll go, ooh, who's that in there? And I'll show it to him. I said, is that me or is that you? I get really confusing for him, you know. He'll go, wait a minute, what'd you say? What? Me, you, I, that. And I'll say, oh, look at that handsome guy. And he picked up the mirror and he goes, he starts making faces. Kind of like, hey, sexy, handsome guy. And then he chuckles. He goes, he puts the mirror down. Oh my God. That's the best entertainment in town, and it's free. The only cost is a little bit of energy keeping up with him. But he and I had a good time. I tried wearing him out so he could have a nice nap. About 11 o'clock in the morning, he was ready to fall asleep. So we put on the Blue Danube. We started dancing around, and he fell asleep. And I put him down the cot. I thought, well, I'll sit on the couch and lie down too. 10 minutes. Let's see, was it 10 minutes? He must have had a nightmare or something. He woke up screaming and crying. And I thought, okay. And I comforted him, and I thought, well, maybe he can go back to sleep. No. So we played hard. We played outside and walked back and forth, and I put him in his little car and pushed him around and pushed him sort of kind of in the yard. And I said, okay, find the dog poop. And he finds it, and he's pointing like, it's over there, it's over there. So he helped me with Poop Patrol. That's how he helps me. He finds it, and I put it in the dog bin. So we did that. He's real proud of himself for helping like that. He is a good helper. Thank God. I can't believe it. This kid is beyond his years. I hope that doesn't mean an early demise for a soul like that, because he's such a sweetheart. But, and inside, sometimes, when you eat, you make crumbs, or you fling the spoon down and something flies off. Well, there was a dried up piece of corn on the floor. He found it. He comes over and he picks it up and he hands it to me, like, here. Like, what is that? Looks like a booger. Then I figure, oh, it's a kernel of corn. Oh, he's crying now. He must be tired. It is about 10:45. That's usually when he starts getting tired. I can hear Daddy playing with him over there. Dad's off today. Daddy is off until Monday, and then he's going to be called in for jury again. Boy, I don't know how it works, and I know one thing, most employers I've ever had would never have let me off like that. He's lucky he has a job that'll let him off like that. But, the little boy, he goes around and he picks up all these little crumbs and pieces and bits, and he's very fastidious. Good kid. He helps pick up after himself. He doesn't make much of a mess because he knows he has to pick it up afterwards. How many grown-ups are like that? Hardly any. My place is a disaster zone because when I get into a project, just my mind goes on that project and everything else goes to hell. Yeah. I get kind of depressed, and this Christmas time season is the worst for me. It is the worst. I don't have normal regular television, so I don't hear if you don't buy your girlfriend this diamond, you don't love her from this store, Show your people that you love them by buying all this stuff, and if you don't buy all this stuff, you're nothing. That's kind of the message they give you through these commercials. I already feel this big anyway. I don't need commercials to rub my face in the gravel. I was just watching the movie Big with Tom Hanks. I stopped to do this other stuff, as I often do, stop here and there and do this and do that, come back later. I stopped where he's just turned big and his friend and he are going to look for the Zoltar machine. Zoltar. That's where I stopped. It's a good movie, and it's refreshing to see Tom Hanks at age 30 or 32, or however old he was. Because he's my age. So it's kind of refreshing. No, wait a minute. He's not quite my age. So how old would he have been? I don't know. I didn't do the math. I just don't feel like it. But he was a lot younger. I've got things put away that I haven't put away from before. This chair cover needs to be washed, but I might just give it a good shake out. Gotta vacuum the rugs again. The rugs always could use vacuuming because socks provide quite a bit of lint. Maybe that sock that goes disappearing in the drawer was the one that was made up of all lint. It just disintegrates. I don't know. Oh, la. And, yeah, everybody else is on a time zone that's, well, except for maybe Henrik and Mark. There's only a couple people I know on this time zone. Everyone else is in a time zone that are hours ahead of me, so I might try calling somebody sometime if I can remember to call them before like 1 or 2 o'clock here, because it's later there. I might call some people that probably would never expect to hear from me closer to Christmas, because I have your number. I got your number, boy. I got your number. Oh, wouldn't it be delicious cleaning up the dishes neat as a pin? Oh, wouldn't it be delightful sweeping out, sleeping in? It's from Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, one of my favorite songs. A maid, a maid, a maid. Wouldn't it be nice to have a maid? Wouldn't it be nice? I don't remember the exact words. There was a serving girl, a loyal and unswerving girl, and quieter than a mouse. Puttering in the kitchen, buttering up the master, puttering all around the house. That's one of my favorite musicals. I think it probably is my favorite musical. Yeah, I would have to say that is my favorite musical. I don't like too many musicals, although I happen to know a lot of them. There's a handful that I know pretty well, but I was in 2 or 3 of them. But as I said before, I usually chorus or a character part, because that's what I like to do, character parts. I like making goofy faces, goofy voices, because I'm goofy. I have an old video of Candy Clam's letter to Santa Claus. I might revise that for a new letter to Santa Claus from Candy Clam. Brian threw away some sunglasses that are aviator style, like the kind that Joe Biden wears. So I might do something Biden-esque. I don't know. Somewhere around here, and I looked on a map of the local area that I got from the Chamber of Commerce. And on the map, I think it says it's a gated community. In other words, you can't go in there, it's private. But that hasn't stopped me before. From the backyard at night, somebody up in that area has a very, very tall, it's like a great big pole, and then they have strings of lights coming down at an angle, so it looks like a big tree, Christmas tree. And they're all white lights, or just non-colored lights. But it's really cool, and you can see it for a long, long way. I thought, and there's a house up there that you can see from a long way. It looks like a huge place. I don't know if it is, or it just looks that way. I've been wanting to go up there and see what that place looks like close up for a long time. I'm very curious about that. We shall see. I don't know if today will be the day, but sometime soon, so that way I can show where they are and the lit up tree at night, so you can see how far away it is. It's not that far. It's within 3 miles. I also thought about taking a walk up in there. I'm awfully lazy and it's been pretty cold, so that may wait till later. It's some area that is set for development for housing, but they just haven't done it yet. I don't know if the funding dropped out or what. They call it JP Ranch. number 2. JP Ranch number 1 is on this side of Singleton, and that stuff's on the other side of the road that's behind us. We shall see. I've been toying with the idea. They have a Metrolink type of train thing that goes through Redlands, which is not far from here. It's where the Trader Joe's is, where I go and all that. Supposedly, you can get that to a connection that takes you downtown Los Angeles. But it's going to be $10.25. And if I go downtown, let's say I get tickets for Jimmy Kimmel's show audience. Right behind there is a big parking garage where it costs $20 to park your car. It's cheaper to drive, well, it's wear and tear on the car and your brain and frustration and traffic, but it's cheaper to go down there by car than it would be by train, except you don't have to wonder if you'll get a parking space. The last time I got a parking space along a high school that's behind his studios for free. That was very, very, very lucky. Because I didn't spend much time there. It's Hollywood Boulevard where all the stars are embedded in the sidewalk, that kind of thing, and Grauman's Theater, and there are some interesting architecture things there. The theater El Capitan, I think, it's right next to Jimmy Kimmel's studio building. That's a cool looking architecture. It has little faces carved into the facade and everything. It's really pretty cool. There's not much else. It's Madame Tussauds or whatever, the wax museum down there. Probably a Guinness, believe it or not. They are everywhere in the world. Niagara Falls has one of those Guinness, believe it or not. Lots of trinket stores. Anything of lasting interest? No. No. It's worth maybe an hour, 2 hours of your day. Definitely pack something in your purse or your backpack or your car to eat or nosh or snack on, because one piece of pizza was nearly $20, and I thought, are you out of your mind? Thank God I have this little bag of crisps. Gadzooks. I'm too cheap. And that's how I managed, even though I'm at poverty level and presently my living accommodations I don't have to pay for. I watch baby and I try my best to do maintenance around here, like yard maintenance and whatever I can do. If something's broken, I repair it. I'm like the handyman, the caretaker, whatever. The caretaker, that's what I am. Caretaker of people, caretaker of property. I'm a caretaker. How about that? Who'd have thought? The other day when I was at Trader Joe's, I bought a $2.99 bottle of Pinot Grigio. I make risotto with it. I don't really sit and drink it or anything. Although they say you shouldn't cook with something you wouldn't drink, because it would turn out crappy. So I don't know what that's going to be like. I still have the remains of a decent mid-price bottle. I'll probably make some more risotto. In my fridge, also a disaster zone. I've got my salsa pickles. Don't buy sliced pickles. They absorb all the liquid and they taste nasty. So I may pitch those and buy little whole gherkins. Some butter, kitty cat nip, lavender paste to make scones with, pickled, what is this, sweet pickles, relish, and that you put in potato salad to spice it up, ketchup, mustard, liquid smoke, deli style mustard, which is good, Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I love Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Zia's, I bought that in St. Louis. It's oil and vinegar salad dressing. Zia is, yeah, I know, refrigerator. Zia's is an Italian restaurant on the hill in the Italian area of St. Louis. If you're there, go there to eat. It's medium priced and very good. Got my maple syrup, real maple syrup. My ranch dressing, in case Kathleen Madigan comes over. Ha ha ha. Big bottle of lemon juice. Lemon juice is really good. My half and half, because I don't drink milk, but I cook and use this in coffee. And a reserve that's not expired for a while. Here's my homemade lard. And I've got some stuff up here that needs to be utilized. Pickled ham, eggs, the big maple syrup that I pour into the little jar. I think that's strawberry lemonade back there. I have to probably pitch it. Some strawberries on their way out. Sour cream and pizza sauce. A pork tenderloin. Hey, how you doing? Some chicken left over. I'm going to eat with bacon. Another thing of eggs. Bagels. In here is coffee cake. There's bacon and bread stuff. There's an apple that is getting very old. Cheeses. Cheeses. Yogurt. Carrots. I love carrots. Get this guy out of the way. And here I have ice. It's an ice cube drawer, real skinny, but I have ice pops in there, ice lollies, vegetables and fruit, milk products, ice cream, and meat. That's the soda. That's cat food. As I said, lemon juice really comes in handy. And here I have some hot water and lemon juice. Hot water and lemon juice in the morning will get you going, literally. And the last couple days, my body has just not cooperated. Of course, I've probably been pretty sedentary. So I'm going to coax it with some hot lemon juice and water. Hot, you know. Oh, and if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, a good winter drink where if you live where it's cold in the winter, I don't know. Anyway, is Dr. Pepper hot with a little bit of lemon in it. Very tasty, I must say. If you want to have like a wassail, you want to have some kind of punch or something, hot Dr. Pepper with lemon for your party. It's not alcoholic, but it's very tasty, and I think your guests would like it a lot. Hot lemon water. Let's get things going. Literally. Mission accomplished. Is that it for today, Shirley? Yeah, I think so. I got my teeth in, that's why I'm getting better at talking without weird sounds. It's going to still take some finesse. It is before noon. I might finish the movie Big. While I'm doing that, I will be spot treating the laundry to do laundry. Hopefully the laundry and the carpets and cleaning up and sorting and straightening up. If I still have time left, because something always comes up. I might practice the organ. I might take a drive to find out where that giant lighted tree is at night. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff I might do. But in the meantime, let's go upward and onward.